when everything you built came crashing down, when glory turned to grief and smile to frown, when the life you planned dissolved like morning mist, and you were left with nothing but a fist raised up toward heaven, crying out, "Why me?" demanding answers only faith can see. He did not turn away from where you stood. He walked straight into your broken neighborhood. He enters ruins. This is what he does. He loves you not for what you were or was. He loves you in the rubble, in the mess. He loves you in the wilderness of less. He finds the wounded soldier on the ground. He hears the prayer that makes no outward sound. He kneels beside you in the cold and says, "I have been planning your redemption for 1,000 days. No ruin is too broken for his hands, no wound too deep for where his mercy lands. The God who raised the mountains from the void can certainly restore what pain destroyed. He wore a crown of thorns so you would know that God himself descended into woe, that heaven did not watch you from afar, but bled right here beneath the morning star. The thorns they pressed into his sacred head were worn for every word of shame you've said against yourself in silence in the night. He wore the thorns to give you back your light. He stretched his arms out wide upon that wood and held that holy posture while he could, as if to say to every trembling soul, "This is the length that love will go to make you whole." And then the grave, the silence, the cold stone, the frightened few who wept and felt alone. But Sunday broke with resurrection's sound. The King of glory rose up from the ground, and death that thought it won let out a cry, for love had proven love can never die. He is not here. He rose, and rose for you, and every scar you carry he rose through. The universe declares God's ancient art. That light is born from pressure at the heart, that every star that blazes through the night was forged inside unimaginable might. The dust and gas must collapse, compress, and break before a burning star begins to take its place among the heavens, fierce and bright. A beacon born from darkness, giving light. And so, God takes you tenderly, with care, into the holy furnace of despair, not to consume you, never that, dear soul, but to compress the shattered into whole. The pressure that surrounds you in this hour is not his punishment. It is his power, shaping you for something unforetold, turning all your wounds to burning gold. For Paul wrote, singing from a prison cell, not broken by the darkness where he fell, but counting every suffering as gain and finding resurrection inside pain. He learned that weakness cracked the door wide open, through which God's mightiest strength was finally spoken. There is someone today inside the pit where you once lay and almost chose to quit, who needs to hear you say, "I made it through," who needs the God they'll only find through you. Your scar was never meant to hide in shame. Your scar is now a torch that bears his name, a holy spark that lights the trembling hand of someone who has lost the will to stand. You are not just a person who survived. You are the proof that broken things revived, a living, breathing monument to grace, with heaven's fingerprints upon your face. The years the locust stripped will be restored, the wasted seasons reclaimed by the Lord. He multiplies the little that you bring and turns your winter into glorious spring. So hear this now, you scarred and sacred soul. You were not broken. You were being made whole. You were not falling. You were being caught. You were not wandering. You were being sought. Every mark the enemy engraved became the very road on which you're saved. Every wound that split your world in two became the window God God shines brightest through. The stars don't ask permission to ignite. They burn because the darkness needed light. And you, beloved, with your wounded past, were made to shine from first scar until last. Were made to burn so brightly, fierce and true, that broken souls find God because of you. Your scars are not your story's final word. Your scars are where the voice of heaven stirred. Your scars are where the grace of Jesus shone and turned your every broken piece to stone. Rise now, burn now, shine with all you are. God has always been turning your scar into a star.